Welcome back to the Mark Thru. You're tuning in to episode 2 with Rob Ellery. Want to give a quick shout out to this episode's sponsor, Clark Specialties, one of the top music makers in the industry. If you haven't chosen your music yet or your music provider, definitely think about looking into Clark Specialties. They even made the intro music for this podcast. Make sure you check them out, Clark Specialties. In this episode, we talk about college cheer special events, the choreography process, and how it all works from Rob's point of view, as well as Rob trying to guess our then unborn baby's name. She's here now. Wonder if he got it or not. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't yet to the Mark Thru. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2. Music's on!
You ready for this? Who live is us? Who lit is this? Who real is us? We too legit. We are M-A-R-K-T-H-R-U Mark Thru Podcast. Listen and learn, watch and observe. Challenging us, they got some nerve. He great. You mad? Don't hate. Get to it. Don't wait. We do not hesitate. We doing what it takes. What we do. Mark Thru.
Guess I should have used that first, but luckily both record because they're on separate recordings, so I have backups and stuff.
That's at least helpful.
Totally.
Totally.
Right now, though, I'm looking for those videos from when we were at Texas First the Nation.
Oh my god.
Like, I have the one of my buddy falling on his neck, but I'm trying to find that one dude that was from UTEP that was just you have it?
Well,
Someone.
It's on Facebook, but he asked, I think he wanted it taken down.
Shocking.
And you're like,
no, I don't, it's not me, but somebody tagged me.
Oh my
that's
God.
so funny.
I think Allie has it up. Lumpkin.
Oh, shut up. That's funny.
My friends with her. Nice, let's see if I can find it.
I had them all, like, on my old computer and I got fried.
No,
It was, like,
that's
crazy.
That's the saddest day.
It was one of the funniest things. I think that brought us all together more than anything about that
Right.
whole weekend.
The individual competition, oh my gosh.
It's like, wait, what are we doing right now?
So funny. I love like.
So this is my video of Sam dying.
No.
Yeah, so like, that's just bad enough.
That got put on a show too.
Yeah, that ended up on Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
And Tosh.
And Tosh Point oh.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
There it is. Yes. Texas Tragedy. That's what we called it.
Nope.
Oh no.
She's very supportive.
Yes. Very positive person.
Oh my gosh.
That motion.
Yeah. Every time he sits to tumble, it stresses me out.
And that was like his intro. That was his intro. Yeah.
Bless him. What a lot of spirit he has.
I think he beat Blake.
Yeah, miss that stretch.
He's not giving up.
Like, dude was just practicing in his dorm room.
I know. I would love to go and walk into the cheer gym and see like a teammate like this, just like working it in the mirror, and you're like, "Hey man, what are you getting ready
I
for?"
came really to practice to get some reps in.
What if this was all on the spot? What if you didn't practice this at all?
Sometimes I think that it was.
God dang, his tumbling scares me.
And then what's the other one that was right next to it?
Wow.
It's Maurice.
I think that's one of the tech guys. Right there. Who's like good at jumps.
Wow. Yeah, that was impressive.
I think this. Yeah, this
What's
is
the caption?
This is Sam. No caption. Yeah, that's Sam. He's about to die.
No.
gotta.
In like a safe motion. Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Is he walking today?
Yeah, he's walking up. Come here a few years ago. But this is where he's.
Yeah, he got this qualified because he took his shoes off.
And we were at a middle school in El Paso, Texas.
Solid location. He took his shoes off to do jumps. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
He's like, I need optimum height.
Yeah, and what's crazy is 9 years ago these were uploaded.
That's crazy.
That's wild. Now, did you choreograph that motion this week at all when you came to town?
He's going to tomorrow for game day.
Ooh,
I didn't, but highly considering for.
There's still time.
Yeah, game day is approaching.
Right.
That's funny.
Man. So you're here in Denver right now for choreo.
Yes.
That's probably a nice change coming west from your journey across from the coast.
Yes.
So far this year.
Second time in Denver.
Yeah.
Second time in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you've been you're gonna let's move here. I mean, screw Dallas.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. We have too much fun.
Yeah, we love living here, but
Yeah.
this isn't a pitch to get you to live here.
I know.
I'm a free agent right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, yeah, you told us all your stuff's just like in 2 locations. I know how that goes.
Is Denver weird? Is there anything about Denver that you're like, oh, this is kind of weird that this happens here? Probably besides like,
So the first time I worked out, it was hard, but it was like manageable. And then when I worked out this week, it was really rough. 'Cause
Just
the altitude,
altitude.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It reminds me of somewhere else, but I can't put my finger on it. Like very open.
Yeah.
Like I love like our mountain view, but when you land in Salt Lake City, that's one of my favorite ones to
Really?
land at because
That's
it's
beautiful.
fully surrounded. So like you're like getting on the plane, there's
Everywhere.
just mountains everywhere.
I
So,
do love that. I
but
do love that.
I don't think I've been in Salt Lake City
Yeah.
besides the airport.
Airport,
Yeah.
That's probably accurate. I feel the same.
I think we drove through it as kids, but
Not us.
I was maybe 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Don't remember.
been to Salt
I
Lake.
know what he means by that though, because I remember like going on one of our first couple hikes out here, and we're just walking. So I'm like, "Ugh, this is no problem. But we're like halfway through the hike, and I'm like, I can't, hold on, like I can't breathe. I can't breathe at all. So I get that, and especially because you're a very fit person. I can say we don't really try to do too much besides just hiking and being outside. We don't have like a gym membership or anything like that, but
There's Orange City right around the corner.
just right here. I guess we could go check it out.
Yeah, there is a park.
If I really want to
Take a
have this
free-
baby
take a free
early,
class, yeah.
hey, there you go. Have the baby early and then get a free class in. Why not?
Hey, you know they might offer a maternity program.
I doubt it.
You got a
Eyelash.
fake eyelash.
I felt that. Thank you.
Sorry for
Make a
putting
wish.
you on blast.
Make a wish.
Is it still valid if it's fake?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Nice. Very good.
You're ridiculous.
I have to have at least makeup done
I know,
without doing any makeup.
but that doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. You would
It's
understand
just
if
like
you're a girl.
really expensive makeup. What if I got like beard extensions?
That would be weird.
And I was like, it's just to help me look good.
That would be weird.
It's like what like Bosley is for
I
hair.
tried to have you let me put that like glitter stuff in your beard, and you said no. So you really think you were gonna get beard extensions?
If I couldn't grow a beard, maybe.
Really?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
I've been shaving since like 9th grade. Like,
You're a hairy human.
yeah, I'm good. I'm sure you were similar. Dark hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like rocking the trash stash in freshman year.
Ew. Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, Dad was like, let's teach you how to shave.
Let's talk about how to use a razor.
Yeah, my sisters were relentless about that. Like, no, your mustache is
Oh,
gross."
really?
Still sisters.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I wasn't around when my brother like was in high school, so
I need to shave and stuff.
anytime I would see my brother though, he'd be like, I have this like zit, I don't know what to do about it, or like, you know, just like teenage things. I don't know. So it was always funny going home.
College, fully or out.
Yeah. I was in Memphis when he was in high school. So I missed a lot of that.
Good old Memphis.
Yeah, good old Memphis. Which is how I got to meet Rob, because you and Rob have known each other.
Since that was where we first.
Was that the first time?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was.
Because they just kept putting us on that bus, and they're just like, go hang out at this.
Yeah.
So what was Texas versus the nation? Because like you guys were a part of two very collegiate teams. Obviously, you went to this like
And we're not Texas schools.
right.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's basically a senior game, and it was
Like a
all
bowl
seniors
game,
from
yeah.
Texas versus all seniors from anywhere else in the U.S. Because obviously Texas is the best football state.
Right.
So I guess
It's like
us
invites.
in Kansas were cheering for the nation, and then Texas Tech and
UTEP, Texas El
were cheering for
Paso.
Texas.
Is that this team? Or-
Yeah, it was,
okay.
yes.
The UTEP minors. That's
Okay.
what I was cheering for. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they had us there, and yeah, somebody.
So they picked you in Kentucky.
When they-
Kansas and Kentucky.
And then Tech also, because they were like a Texas team that competes.
Okay.
Really, at the time, they're the only like major Texas school that
Yeah.
competed, because like
Okay.
no SMU, UT never competes,
Yeah.
TCU never competes, A&M doesn't have like a co-ed like traditional cheer type.
I guess SFA. But
Yeah, SFA.
Were they a thing?
Navarro.
They probably were a thing because that was like end of my high
Yeah, they
school.
were.
But yeah, I mean,
But
they
not
were-
like
the
collegiate
program
look.
people were just going for as big a names as they could. So
Yeah.
And this was, I mean, when was this? This was after nationals, I think.
2010, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like
Wow.
like March or late February. Yeah. So we were all just having fun, but like Tech was there, and they were like, nobody cares.
They're getting ready for
Like
nationals.
they were like a few weeks out from nationals.
Okay, so this was like springtime.
Yeah, it was like in
Okay, so this
February or
was post
March.
your guys' competitive season.
Yeah.
So you guys were all like, let's just have
Did
fun.
you guys win that year?
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys won that year, and you guys
Nice.
were chilling, and we did whatever. I don't remember, but
You had your partner stunt routine.
yeah. And I got to do a partner stunt. And Maurice jumped. Sam
Yeah.
jumped.
I shared that video of your partner stunt routine like when you and I first started dating, like to all of my family, because I would go home and they'd be like, oh, you're dating somebody, and I'm like, yeah, he's a male cheerleader. They'd be like, oh, and I'm like, no, he's like, okay, like here's a video of him partner stunting, and they're like, oh, okay, you know. It's just the looks I got from my family, like, you're dating like a
little skinny guy.
teammate, or like, yeah, a little skinny guy, exactly.
And that's
And
a
he's
true
like
statement.
cheerleading. Yeah, and I'm like, no, like
Also a
he's
true statement.
he's good. True. So I remember sharing that your own personal partner stunt video from Texas
Because I
First
had like
Nation.
a month after nationals to just throw people around at open gyms.
Yeah, why
so
not?
Said sure, but yeah, the event, it was like some event producer probably knew somebody who ran the bowl game.
Yeah.
And said, let's add cheerleaders, and they said, let's also do a local cheer competition. So we were there as like exhibition,
Okay.
and that's why we were doing these like mini competitions.
There was individual competitions,
Like
and they gave out like scholarship money for people who won.
Yeah, because like it was also like for like middle school, and pee-wee, and like elementary teams. Like there were
That's so
like
cool.
little kids there. Like it was a full audience.
That's really cool.
So like that's why we were all like in shock that this guy was bouncing around, and we called it Texas tragedy. And then Sam also like broke his neck, also Texas tragedy.
That's so funny.
And then they like the event producer guy like took us all out like to
Yeah.
like a nightclub like 50 feet from the border. Like you
Yeah.
could see like the border fence and like the gateway.
That's
And
wild.
we're just like in this club.
I almost
just-
lost some people.
Yeah, like, oh, we got so separated.
Two people almost died. That's
Ben
okay.
got accosted by a woman. That's a whole
Shocking.
story that's inappropriate for this podcast.
Yeah.
But oh man,
I'm surprised.
it got wild. Yeah.
That's funny. So y'all like as like your two teams like all went out together and everything, or was it still kind of like Kansas?
Like I think the first night it was like separate, and then once we had to like spend all day with each other.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
We were just like, oh hey, you guys are just like us.
Yeah.
Just
I guess that's
trapped
okay.
here at this event.
Yeah.
We weren't really sure what we were getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. I don't think any of us knew.
I think that's crazy with cheerleading in general because you'll meet people and then here you are like a decade later and like
Yeah.
some of your closest friends now. I don't know what it is about cheerleading that does that, but that's pretty
And
cool.
Blake was not there too. That was the first
Yeah.
time I met Blake too.
I think I've seen pictures of Blake at that event and he looks so young,
Yeah.
yet he looks no different.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. I guess I could say that about all of you guys, but his face is just one that sticks out to me. I'm like, he looks such like a baby.
He was.
He's a grown man now.
He was a grown man. He was a grown man then. He was-
Guess we're all grown now.
yeah.
This old.
But yeah, that was just wild. And then we had trouble getting home, I remember. Just our flights were crazy. I remember running through the airport.
Oh yeah, I think we were together in the airport, I feel like.
Yeah, because we all had to go to Dallas, and then from Dallas we could go home. So it's just one of those, like you said, what did we get ourselves into?
Yeah.
I don't think our coaches knew, because I don't think Jomo went with you guys. I just think T. Lynn came.
That's true.
We just had Corey and Nami, our coaches, and not our coordinator.
So Corey and Nami went.
Mm-hmm.
Kat didn't go. I'm surprised.
No. Yeah.
Usually Kat likes to go to those fun things.
I think because she didn't know what it was just
go for it.
Yeah. And there was this.
I guess El Paso isn't the most ideal tourist. I don't know.
It's not a.
No disrespect to El Paso, but.
Yeah.
It's not a.
I don't know much about El Paso,
destination.
Texas.
Yeah, tourist destination.
There we go.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
If it is, I have not heard.
Yeah.
So again, no offense to El Paso. It just hasn't
Texas,
been on my radar.
Tourist destinations. You got State Park, El Paso Zoo,
Okay.
a tramway. Let's see,
But that zoo is solid.
a theater. Yeah, we're really
It's
reaching
not
here.
the first tourist destination you can go to.
There we go. There we go. It's not maybe my
Certainly
top
is a
5.
tourist.
If you're going
Yes.
anywhere for Texas history, you don't necessarily go to El Paso.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
You might want to go to San Antonio, Alamo, or something. I got kicked out of the Alamo once
There's a
for
Holocaust
stunting.
museum in El Paso? Question mark.
I know.
And study center with a memorial.
There's a giant swastika.
Oh, I guess some survivors of the Holocaust went to El Paso.
And then kind of stayed there.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
An
I would not have
interesting-
guessed that.
Interesting town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, was that your first year at Kentucky or your second year?
That was my first year.
That was your first year.
Yes.
And so did you do 2 years at Delaware before, or
Yes,
1 year?
2 years before.
Okay. I couldn't remember. She was like, wait, you went to Delaware? I was like, yeah, that's why you went back to coach there.
I
It was
couldn't remember,
it's
'cause
like
I-
your homecoming. You want to go back.
Yeah, and I remember knowing, kind of getting to know you or meeting you through our mutual friend Imzim.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, that means there's a Northeast connection. But Rob cheered at Kentucky and Scott was in Delaware. And I was like,
And we're both from New Jersey.
Yeah.
yeah, so okay, so that's what it was. Because I was like, I can't exactly figure out the dots, but
Yeah.
Scott was like, yo, I've known Rob forever. And I was like, oh, well, good for you. But trying to connect all the pieces. So was that cool, cheering at Delaware and then getting to come back and get a coach there for a little bit?
Yeah.
Try to lift it up yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's
I think
cool.
it's definitely good to be familiar with kind of all the settings, surroundings, traditions, and everything. And just
Absolutely.
being able to kind of
The traditions is
yeah,
huge.
and get back to somewhere that helped make me the person I am. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's awesome.
That's really cool. And I'm sure you got to do a little bit of that too, because after you left Kansas, you stayed in assistant coach. You didn't head coach by any means, but I know Corey and Nami were kind of prepping you to be the head coach, and then and then Memphis called. So
I gotta get paid.
Yeah, I gotta get paid to do
Not
this.
much money cheer coaching, really,
So-
anywhere.
but you two would be the ones that absolutely know.
But I mean,
the
we've
traditions.
struggled with that coaching now at the high school where we don't know traditions. And it's
Yeah.
okay, so what did you guys do the last couple of years for this?
Yeah.
They didn't even know.
Yeah. Some of the kids didn't know because they were freshmen, sophomores, and so traditions weren't that strong. So that's a
Yeah.
huge win.
So what is it like for you to go from, you did the college athlete thing,
Yep.
then you did the college coaching thing, now are you a full-time choreographer?
Full time, yes.
So what's that transition like?
So I've been doing choreography and music since I was in college. Choreography.
So you've done music for a long time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did our music my last year on the team.
Nice.
And then it's kind of been my side hustle.
That's cool.
Now I'm going to kind of take on some more now that I have time. But
Good.
I would say it's still early, but the transition has really been great. I think I've been doing choreography not in as big of a capacity, but Delaware was always my priority, right? Because that's my full-time
Yeah,
job.
absolutely.
So, it would be checking my email,
focus,
every 30 minutes to an hour, and if something comes up, being able to respond to that. So it's nice to kind of be fully present at choreography without having to worry about what's going on back home or making sure everything's covered, or this event didn't get covered, or somebody has a question about this event. So it's like kind of very like peaceful, I guess, in a way.
Like
I can really
to just bounce,
be
almost.
super present. So that's nice. And I found I just am wrapping up my second choreography that I'm a lot quicker now because I take time before, do a little bit more prep work, and just my mind's not in two places. I can be kind of fully present, and
that's cool.
I'm sure by the end of the summer I'm going to be as effortless, but it's been great so far.
And you live in Dallas now, so you get to be around like some other, at least choreographers who we think are very talented. So do you get to like pick their brains a little bit, and you're like,
yes.
Or is it more competitive?
I actually don't live in Dallas yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
Technically, I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
But it's
for the Irish.
There's a strong pull. I have some of my stuff at my good friends, but
fair enough.
I would say just from like VROC training, working the master's camp, and even like just like where I am now, I feel like with cheerleading, there's some things that come natural to you, but everything that I've learned that I feel is really valuable is listening to someone who's really good at doing it. Yeah. And just kind of, if it makes sense, take it with you. You know what I mean? Totally. I think that, Blake's one of my best friends. We cheer together. So he's been an awesome resource to have, and, got me through everything on the choreography front, everything on the back end, expense reports, everything. So it's been
so
nice.
You both kind of started doing choreo in college, just like picking up brains.
I think Blake's been doing it since high school.
That's crazy.
I think he would do people's choreography like while he was a camper. Like Blake's like superhuman.
He is superhuman for sure.
Yeah.
I know like our first year at the Colorado Masters camp, I remember Jocelyn being there, and I remember Blake being there. And we got asked in our first coaches meeting, since Scott and I have we staffed for a long time, and then we've also coached. And so I remember Josh asking us like, hey, tell me who specifically you want to come and do your stunt sequence and your pyramid and stuff. And I was like, oh, we get a choice. Well, I want Blake and I want Jocelyn. Yeah. And so that was a lot of fun. And just watching them work, I feel like every year at the Colorado Masters, I get to learn, and I get to be a better coach because you get to be influenced by those people. And that's why it was fun having you there this year and seeing you work with our kids, and there's stuff that we picked up from you. And it's just it is fun.
I put it in the vlog, the sequence.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is fun, getting to be around, in my mind, our superhuman friends that are just so good at cheerleading in so many different ways.
When it's just there are people always I want to be at the top. It's there's no top at cheerleading. It's not a physical single point. I guess it's a flat area where a lot of people hang out. Yeah.
And Blake and Jocelyn, just their energy and everything, just they're two of my best friends.
It is totally their energy. Oh my gosh, it is good.
And passion, their energy and passion, just
they flow together.
Go.
They totally flow together. So do you feel like you're super influenced by how do I want to say this? Being around them, is there almost a competitiveness of I want to be at this level of
or I
flow?
want my teams to beat your teams.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think we all kind of have different strengths, and not necessarily that we're better at one area than another. You know what I mean? I mean, Blake's amazing at doing that. That's not my thing, but we just bring different things and different perspectives. I feel so it's not so much competitive. And the nice thing, I've gone to high school nationals with VROC the last 3 years.
That's fun.
And at the end of the day, I think everyone probably obviously hopes their teams win, but everyone's very supportive of
it helps everybody exactly at the end of the day.
It sounds like it's like that, because I know when we
team.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like that because, for instance, we had our choreography session last week with Katie Bowers, and it was fantastic. But at the end of the day, she would send, we would send her the skeleton of what we worked on that day, and she'd be like, "Oh my God, I hate this. I'm going to show this to Bryce, and I'll come up with something better for tomorrow." So it was kind of cool that she was
Bryce was here doing CT at the same time.
Yeah.
As doing us.
So it's almost like a helping hand constantly.
I think it just helps have eyes. We're doing it's a sport for the audience. It's a sport for judges. Like, it's meant to be watched. So if you're not putting eyes on it, like, as the choreographer making it, as the coach is working it, as the athlete's doing it, if you gotta have eyes on it. If you think like you want it to either score well or impress, you need those views.
Well, and I think there's so many layers to it, right? It's not like we're going down and our teams are getting judged on our choreography, right? Because there's so many layers to it, right? It's the coaching, it's the personnel, it's the injuries, it's the,
execution,
leadership, it's the, there's so many different layers. So it's not just like, it's like a straight, like, okay, whose choreography is better. There's so many different layers.
Well, that's how we feel. Like, we kind of keep things like low key at the beginning of like choreo, not just like putting our routine out there. But once we start like chucking some skills, I don't really care if people see it, because I'm like, at the end of the day, if you could steal my whole routine, my goal is going to be to do it better than you.
Totally. Yeah.
So I don't care if we had Sparky Pilastri come in, and because I'll change the music if I find out we're the same music as somebody, but that never happens. But like the whole hiding it, we don't want people to see us, it's always just been so silly to me. Like, I loved when we cheered, the skills tape that had to happen for nationals to get the bid. Everybody used to put them on YouTube. That like starts back. Like 100%.
I think so too. I think it made it made things so clean.
Everybody it made teams cleaner, I think.
Yeah, I do too.
You had to prepare, but I've brought it up on Twitter before. When people are always like, the only people against it are the people that had to judge it in the office, that had to sit in a conference room and watch 80 tapes all day. And I'm like, that's fair, but now that I'm not on a team, call me, I'll watch them. Like, I'll watch them all via webinar. I'd love to judge that. That would be fun. But
I didn't hate taping that much when I had to do it.
I hated it when I sucked or when I was okay and I was one of the iffy people.
If you were having an off day, then that's when you hated taping.
You weren't gonna be able. But when I was like better and I was one of the people like doing skills always, then I loved taping. So it was a total flex moment.
That's true. And also, you get those. Everybody puts them on YouTube, so you get them forever. Like, I don't know.
And then we started out in skits in front of ours. We were just being ridiculous.
Y'all were obnoxious.
Hey, we knew that the people were in there all day.
Did y'all see Kansas? They did like a Step Brothers skit before their skills tape.
We did Napoleon Dynamite.
We're like,
Step Brothers. We did Dumb and Dumber.
Wow.
We did Friends. We did the Friends intro.
Yes.
That was the best one. We got in the campus fountain in our uniforms, and we were all just like jumping out, playing I'll Be There For You.
Committed.
So,
we never did anything like that.
Always full send.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
Always full send. But oh man.
That was hysterical.
College cheer.
I know.
I don't know why people don't do college cheer. Was so fun.
It was like, when we lived in Memphis, I felt like all of my kids that I coached were like looking at college cheerleading, but then we moved here and none of our kids had thought twice about it. And I was like, what? Like, they're so burnt out by the end of high school. I think we're changing that now, but at least for our kids. But I do not understand it. That was like the best years of my life. I loved it. I think we can all say that. Well, you'll be great, but it'll be your best years too if you do that. It's just so much fun. College sports is the best. There's nothing like it. And then you leave college.
I don't know how you didn't do football, like college football.
I do feel like I missed out on that.
Some at Barton, like still like.
No, they didn't have football. They had soccer.
What?
But I cheered at. I had to go cheer the soccer games.
I've seen you on the track, so that's what it was.
Yeah. We had to go cheer at the soccer games.
Oh, honey.
No, it's okay.
Football.
That was real football. So I did not get the college football cheerleading experience, but I watched the weather y'all have to stand in. That's what I'm saying. They're all day.
Pre-game, first half, all right.
Yes, but like you have to go tailgate. I don't know. It's a lot. I loved basketball games. That was like my jam. That was the blast.
We all did.
We all had good. So that makes sense.
A little soccer update. Women's team won. I just remember hearing about it this morning. It was like a big.
Awesome.
Was it a semifinal, quarterfinal?
When is this done? Because I know this is like really great to be in
They
the World
play
Cup.
Tuesday in the semifinals. Yeah, that must have been quarter. Yeah, it was the quarterfinal. So I guess beating France was really good. That's what I heard on the radio this morning.
I know we're not soccer fans.
Well, in terms of the lead up to the World Cup,
Okay.
but France, I believe, is hosting the World Cup, so it was like really good. We beat them.
Okay.
So.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, U.S. women just are
Crushing it.
so good.
Crushing it.
I bet those men feel awful all the time. Like, I'm sure they cheer on the women. Like, they don't have hard feelings towards them.
Do you
But
think they even are like associated? Like, do you think they train in like completely different places? I know nothing about soccer.
I bet they have to have some connectedness because of USA Soccer. Like, USA cheers over
sure.
us in the school side, over college, over All-Star, even though they don't act like it, because they just don't make people mad. But their USA Soccer, or Soccer USA, whatever their governing body is over both. So I think, and when that's been the big debate for the last year, is the women have been saying they want as much pay as the men.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Oh, they get paid?
yeah, they're pro soccer teams. Yeah. And the women get paid like nothing compared to the men, but the women have won the World Cup. They like have been in the final like countless times. Like they're on a whole nother level compared to the men. The women have won 3 World Cups and 4 Olympic gold medals. The men haven't won an Olympic medal at all, bronze, silver, gold, in more than a century, and didn't even qualify for the 2018 World Cup. And yeah, that's a big discrepancy.
Do you think?
Yeah, so they're in mediation, so we won't really find out about it for a while.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money in sports.
Do you think it's because did the men's games bring in more revenue, or is it just?
It's always
Has to be
TV.
that, right?
It's TV revenue, media revenue.
That's lame.
Yeah, because
No
it's like
disrespect to the women, but
Right.
there was
there
a,
has to be some kind of method to
Right.
it.
there was a big Twitter moment on like Twitter compiled out of all these tweets for the WNBA because their season
Yeah.
is like late spring to summer, and they don't have like private jets for the teams like
Oh,
the
really?
NBA. So a lot of times they fly commercial, and like these women, this whole women's team, I forget what team it was, they were just like stuck at an airport for like 12 hours. And they had to play in like 18 hours or something.
Oh,
and
shoot.
they arrived at the game like 8 hours before and did like a little warm up and rest. But yeah, just the WNBA, like it's up to each team how they want to transport their players. So like the girls were the players were tweeting like they were all pretty light spirited, brother. They're like, we got free water and snacks from Southwest, so it's not all bad. And I'm like, I'd be a little more angry, but personally. But I guess they didn't necessarily buy the ticket; their organization did. So you kind of have to ride that out. But
It's tough.
that is tough because the NBA has like a massive deal with Turner, like TNT, TBS, and all them. So they play all their games and ESPN deals, and the NBA finals are all on ABC. That's like a whole like 2-week show for ABC. So it's all just media dollars.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like the parallel between like college shooters versus college basketball, football having more resources. They have a lot more resources because
Totally.
of, so it's why we kind of have to be understanding that it's not all going to be exactly,
Yeah, well, because
We all know
coming
that.
home from this event or
We all know that.
one time coming home from nationals, we missed a flight, and half of us got sent to Georgia, and half of us got sent to Buffalo, New York, and a few people got sent to Washington D.C. And then we all met up in like a connecting city. It was like a 22-hour travel day. It was just like, it's just so
That
awful.
sounds so terrible.
Yeah, but we made the best of it, college kids.
Shocking.
Yep.
Especially your group of friends.
And what's wild is like we didn't have like social media to just scroll that at the time.
I know, I kind of miss that.
That is how old I am. Like that was 2008 when that happened. So like
think when we started dating, I had a BlackBerry.
I know. My first Instagram post, I think, was 2012. I feel like.
Yeah.
2011 fall.
Yeah, because it was only for iPhones then.
It was after the Florida game, and I posted like a picture. It says like cats and gators. I don't know how to use this thing.
And you put
Classic.
like 5 filters
It had
on
those
it.
like awful like chopped up borders.
Yes.
Yeah, made it look like film.
Yeah,
totally.
my first Instagram picture, which is now gone because I went through and pulled a Taylor Swift, but
Yeah, she did it. Feed clean.
yes, there's a reason for that. But
Sneak.
my first picture was a picture of us, and it was from our first cheer camp together, I think,
You probably.
or one of the cheer camps together. I feel like it was like at Butler Community College or something like that. And we were laying on that carpet that gave the whole staff hives.
Don't mind, it makes me itchy.
There was this dorm, and they had all the staff stay in these like 2 building dorm things. They're like community houses, something.
Yeah.
And so during our break time, all the staff would go and like we'd all like take a nap on this carpet, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they got new carpet!" Because they'd been there like the week before. So we're all like laying on this nice, clean, new carpet. And
Next week we're all texting each other like, "Are you guys so
hives,
itchy?"
hives,
Just like everywhere that had touched the carpet.
You had them on your back, like I had them on my side.
So horrible.
Had them on our neck, like they were everywhere. It was crazy. And so I think they put in the carpet, and then us being college kids didn't know this was probably chemically treated or something. And so we all broke out.
Walked on. And
Yeah.
Touched. Yeah.
That was hysterical. So yeah, that is my first Instagram picture is of you and I laying on that carpet.
Were you guys officially an item at that point, or was that like the early stages?
That's like last minute early stages. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like staff knew we were an item. I think we just were like not putting.
It was summer. It's just
How did it
staff
start?
Summer.
Give me the background. Give me the story. I'm taking over now.
Yeah, that's good. I love it.
Hey.
Part 2.
Work week, Midwest Work Week.
Yep.
Our second year on staff.
2011.
2011.
Okay.
And like we didn't work at camp together our first year.
No, the
on
summer
Kansas
before we
staff.
were both dating other people too.
Also that. And then, theme parties, of course, were there. She's dressed up. Well, the theme was dress your drink. Classic UCA.
Okay.
Don't strut,
I'm like cringing right now.
don't avoid anything controversial like a drinking themed party or anything. But so I was a Crown and Coke, so just wearing a Coca-Cola t-shirt and a Crown. And Lauren and another gal were Slippery Nipples, which is a shot. So they were just covered in baby oil, walking around in pink outfits.
Wow.
Just classy
so
lady.
college.
Classy lady.
Oh, it's so
And that's
bad.
when you knew.
Well, I didn't know because I'm the most oblivious person in any room most of the time. So Lauren is like talking to me, flirting with me, and I'm just oblivious. And she
You weren't
must have,
picking up
she must
anything.
have been laying it down heavy because
Well, I had probably had a couple of drinks or something, and so I'm sure I was like really feeling myself, and like he was not picking up anything.
Yeah.
Like he's standing in the corner with Jeremy Allgood. They're just having like this bro moment. I just like kind of stroll over and I'm like, "Hey, like, what's up? How's it going? Did you hear about the final night? The final night is like black and white dress up party."
so like Lauren like asked me out.
Yeah, I was like,
She
"You
said,
need a
wanna go
date.
together?"
You need
she,
a date.
She went all in. So like this is all on Lauren. This is all the result of Lauren. Good
Baby.
job, honey. Good job. So then we like kind of flirted during the day
Yeah.
of like work week.
You
and
talked to me
then-
the next day, which
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Yeah,
that was
so
good.
I wasn't too oblivious, but I was pretty oblivious. And then we hung out and we partied and danced on final night, and then obviously go home from work week, and then like you went to
Arkansas.
You went to a camp in Arkansas, and I went to one in Kansas City. But then like our next 3 camps after that were together.
Oh wow.
So it was like I was
Our
HR.
state director was like, I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah, she totally was hooking it up for us. So like I was the HI at that first one, and then the second one, and then the third one we both just staffed it. So it was just nice. By the third one we were just like, all right, let's go to step class. Like we got to just run things together, and so I think that obviously how staff is. Just friendships, relationships, it just brings everybody like so close so fast. So I think
Just to get ripped away in August. It's so sad. But yeah, we
so
refer to that night as the slippery nipple night.
You refer to it as that.
It's cringy to think about. But talking about early social media, that night I was like trying to hit on Scott so hard and he just was not picking it up, that at the end of the night I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. Like, this guy's he's not like picking up that like I have a crush on him or anything. So I went to my room. I feel like we tried to exchange numbers or something, and then you ended up having my number from the summer before, but I had sent you a direct message on Twitter.
Yeah, you slid in my DM.
DM on Twitter.
Before it was cool.
Wow.
Before it was cool. And I don't remember what I said if I asked for
sliding into DMs ever cool on Twitter?
Hey, the verdict's out on that. I don't know.
You did it.
Yeah, I did.
It worked.
So, but I did. That's the one thing I remember because I just
I was
remember being like,
oh yeah, I have everybody on the state's
well,
number.
because you were like, where'd you go? And I was like, well, I didn't think you were that interested, so I went to bed.
Room 433, season.
No, but final night we did go to McDonald's, and that was a good final night of like, oh, this is fun. I guess we'll see each other at the next camp.
And I got a
And
goodbye kiss. Oh yeah.
not that night.
Yeah, the next morning. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I said, all right, good
Okay.
night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the end of
I'm
work.
classy. I'm classy.
You are a classy
Yeah.
lady.
We were supposed to be on that first camp together, but Kelly sent me to Arkansas because that was easiest for something. And then she was like,
Rides.
she's like texting me. She's like, but don't worry, I put you and Scotty on the next 3 camps together. And I was like, okay, it's not a big deal. I don't care.
I don't care at all.
Totally cared. So yeah.
And then we just kind of finished dating throughout the summer, and then we were living like 2 hours apart.
Through the fall.
When like the fall started, she was still in school and I was just coaching and done with school.
Yeah.
And then I pieced out to Memphis.
Oh my
Made
God, that was
made
terrible.
That journey even further from 2 hours to like 14.
So I go to all this effort to pick you up and like try to get you to like me. We like kind of loosely date, I guess, through the summer and then the fall, and then I'm like convinced this guy's perfect. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Hey, I got a job offer in Memphis. Okay, bye. Like, I guess see you never. So he came
and
to
then you moved to Memphis.
2 years later because
Year
I
and a
had finished
half.
school.
School.
But it was like October-ish, and so I remember we like went to dinner, and I was like telling my girlfriends, this is a breakup dinner. Like, he's about to just like cut it off. He's going to Memphis. He's gonna be all around all these other like cheer people, and he's gonna find somebody else, and blah blah blah. My friends were like, just calm down, just go to dinner, it'll be fine. And we go to dinner, and Scott's like awkward the whole time. I'm like, guys, he's totally going to dump me. Like, he's acting weird.
Confess my love.
Yeah, he told me he loved me for the first time.
Wow.
And then he moved away the next day.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to make it work, so we made it work.
Yeah, so we did long distance for like almost 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 hours apart.
Glad we don't do that anymore.
Me too.
That was a lot of airport time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Too far to drive, so
Yeah.
lots of flights. Come here, puppy.
Oh, the good old days. Here we are having our first baby now.
What do you
Right.
do?
Baby.
Oh, no name yet. Rob was just up in the nursery like, so the name's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Right?
Painted on the wall
Ah.
by decal.
Hopefully you don't have to wait much longer. I only have 3 weeks left, and I'm just like praying the doctor on Tuesday is like, all right, go home and grab your hospital bag. We'll just do this right now. That would be amazing. I'm ready. Are you ready?
All right, since it's getting close, give us a hint. Come on.
So the hint, have you seen the hints on Lauren's Instagram? That's a contributing factor.
It's all over.
To the feed.
Wow.
Clean out.
Yeah.
Lauren's been dropping subtle clues. Did you do one today? I know we
No,
talked
I
about
didn't.
it.
I didn't.
Very
post it.
Taylor Swift of you.
Yes. Biggest fan.
You should finish that post now.
Well, I didn't like that you and I weren't in any of those team pics.
Yeah. Final day is always.
You have a
Which
picture of us.
which
with-
pictures have the hint?
All of them. The whole Instagram.
Is a hint?
Yeah. That's why I went on a massive archive.
Dropped in there.
So, I think the only person that has guessed it correctly so far is Kate Allen.
She guessed it.
Yeah, but I didn't confirm or deny.
My sister guessed it.
Oh, that's right. So I guess one person you talked to.
So are the hints in the captions or in the pictures?
You know?
Did she guess because of...
Oh wait, you really did wipe out your Instagram.
Did she guess because of the clues or because of just guessing?
Is she a job? Is it a runner's name?
I don't know. She just like looked at my Instagram and said, "This is the name," and I was like, "You're a true Taylor Swift fan."
That's so funny.
Yeah, so it was pretty hysterical. But I didn't confirm or deny. I just said you're a true Taylor Swift fan.
You're a true Swiftie.
Yes. Finding anything good on there. Imzim was playing this game with me yesterday.
Now I'm really gonna be on this Instagram.
I'll post tonight. Really make you think.
How do I interpret these posts?
You just gotta be smart.
Should I look in the captions or the pictures?
All the above. I feel like it's so easy to figure out, but nobody's figured it out yet.
Is it Taylor?
You wish. That's what our cheerleaders think. They think we're naming her Taylor Swift.
My dad asked that too. He was like,
Is it Taylor? No.
And I told him the initials, and he was like, oh, it's this and this and this. And I was like, nope. But also, I'm not telling you yes and no.
I know, it's hard.
Yeah.
We're so close. What are you looking at?
I wanted to ask Rob if he'd seen that Truth Hurts video of the guys in the car that I showed.
Lizzo?
Yeah, the Lizzo song.
Yeah.
But it's these three guys in the car. These like old Vine stars. And it's just so funny.
Maybe I'll post on Instagram now.
Yeah, see, LeBron's 6, and people are freaking out about LeBron 6.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that yesterday, and it was like, I don't care about LeBron.
Yes. Well, the meme says...
Wait, was this your inspo for your music video that's like this?
No,
Okay.
This video came out like a day.
I didn't know if it was old.
No, yeah, sorry. He's probably out cheating on me, and then it's actually me with the boys, and then it's just these guys. They're just having so much fun.
Is
It's
this
just
like a
so
popular song with the kids right now?
Oh, it's so popular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Too fun. I like her.
I'm doing some investigative work over here.
Screenshotting, conversing with Imzim. Send me your notes.
Comparing notes.
I'm about to drop another hint. I just am trying to figure out where it's saved in my phone.
Okay, is it like a traditional name or is it a more like
It's like a boy name.
modern name? Oh.
It's like a boy name for a girl.
Oh.
That's the best hint I can get, right?
Yeah, or you can say.
What? Oh, okay. I'll drop that hint too.
Yeah,
If they need it.
yeah. That's the hint that I usually drop.
Okay, we're giving different hints. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the hint you drop?
The hint that I drop is that it's a last name. It's most commonly a last name.
Are you the only two that know?
Yes?
Mallory knows the name.
Oh, Mallory knows.
My little
yeah.
brother knows the name because he lived with us.
And Mallory
for a
spilled
little
it.
while. Yeah, Mallory.
Mallory
knows
only
us.
knew because that was a name we had liked before we got pregnant, and she just doesn't forget stuff like that apparently. And then we were all having family dinner, and Mallory spilled it to Moochie.
Yep.
Turd.
I'm looking up common last names. Oh, Taylor.
It's Taylor, obviously.
That's why a lot of people guess it still.
I need more guidance on the hints.
That's what you get.
Which picture has the hint in all of them?
Yeah.
Some of them, a couple of them.
I got it. I think I got it.
I'm excited.
Let's see. Is it the name of a filter?
Oh, I don't know.
Ashby?
Ashby. I was like, what are the names of the filters?
Valencia?
I don't think so.
Sierra?
Valencia. Oh yes, Valencia.
Let's see. That'd be good.
Brooklyn?
Ooh,
It's a
we
filter.
did go to New York for our baby moon.
Lark. That's a filter.
James?
Yes.
And the giant peach.
How many letters?
6?
10.
Oh, you can't even know.
What?
Changing the
You
name
guys
of
don't
it?
even know? Okay, I'm about to post. Look live.
New clue dropping in 5, 4.
For real though. Wait, what's my caption? Scott?
Thought you worked on that earlier. I just gave you clues.
Okay, I'll just make one up.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so thanks for chatting with us on.
You're welcome.
On camera.
Thanks for having
on
me.
record.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. Episode 2,
Coming at
It's
you
episode
live.
2.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
The Mark
and
Thru.
Mark Thru.
Oh, that's good.
So our first one we had Caitlin and Tanner on.
Okay.
And so you're episode 2, and I don't know what episode 3 is. We kind of just.
I feel like it was a good mark. I feel like it was a good mark.
It's
I think it was a
definitely
good Mark
pretty
Thru.
We were
clean.
pretty in sync.
Yeah.
our
Timing was great.
Timing was good, guy. We
We're
said
all
the same
timing.
thing.
I hate you.
I hate you too. But thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
while
thanks for
we're
You're welcome.
coming over.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
our sweet studio kitchen.
I'm a big podcast fan, so you know.
Hopefully it does okay. We'll
Yeah.
we're just
Mark
having
Thru.
fun. Having fun with Mark Thru.
Yeah.
We used to call our house in Delaware the Mark.
Love.
Morgan, Alexa, Rob Kirby.
Love. That's so
One of
fun.
our colleagues thought of it. Yeah.
Oh.
So like our group chat is called the Mark.
That's awesome. I used
That's
to have
so
it.
clever. We need to change our names.
Dang it.
That's so clever.
I always thought it would be good if we like chose the baby's name to have like the first letter to like continue like SL.
Yeah.
Like start
Slide.
with an like an I, like we
Slide.
spell out
Slide.
like slime or something like.
Yeah.
But you know, you didn't pick a vowel. There's a
No.
clue for you. It's
We
not a
didn't.
vowel.
We were actually watching a movie like 3 years ago, and you were like,
Yep, that's the name I want. And
I
I'm
like that daughter's name. Another clue. I
What
was like,
movie?
okay. Oh, I forget. Is that a wrap, Scott?
That's a wrap.
Sweet.
You ready for this? Who live is us? Who lit is this? Who real is us? We too legit. We are M.